Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can strum through all kinds of kinds by Miranda Lambert. And we're going to start on a C major chord. And when we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger goes to the D string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that'll give you a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we're going to be going to an F major. If you know that at the bar F, actually, we're talking about an easier one to mode. Near the bar F, you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the A string, third fret, and the pinky on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that's out an F major bar chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, a lot of times if you're just starting out, though, a good substitute for that chord is something called F major 7. When you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B on the first fret, second finger on the G on the second fret, and the third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds like F major 7, which sounds really, really groovy and very happy. And that way it might make it a little bit easier to just kind of make that two-finger change from the F to the C. And then from the C we do another C, and then we go to a G major chord. And when we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, the second finger goes to the low E string on the third fret, and the third finger goes to the high E string on the third fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G, we go back to a C major, and then we do an F, and then a C, and then a C, and then a G, and then back to C. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, to make it more interesting and kind of support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a song like this actually is down, down, up, down, up, because it's kind of like a 3/4, almost like a 6/8 kind of jig waltz thing. One of my favorite strum patterns is down, down, up, down. So you take the C and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Sometimes you can also vary that strum pattern. You can do kind of a down, up, 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 down, up. Some little variations on that could be cool. Actually, even switching between them. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. I think it's to kind of feel it in 3. So the weird part going through our intro is that some of the chords would end up with that whole pattern, and some of them end up halving. So we end up with kind of our whole pattern on the C, and then we halve the pattern on the F, which is the down, down, up, down, C with the down, down, up, down, C with the down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, up, G down, down. So we got a whole C, and then we have the F, and then have a C, and then have a C, and then have a G, and then back to C. Around with that through the song, and then from there we'd be going into our verse part. Now our verse, we start on the C chord, but then we go to a whole F major, and then we hit half an F major to a G major, and then we go back to C with our whole strum pattern. So we tried that with our strum pattern. We have C with a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, that down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, half an F, half a G, half a C. Into our pre-chorus part. And our pre-chorus part, we do our whole pattern on F, but then we go to an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger stays on the B string first fret, second finger on the D on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, then we go to a G major chord, and then we go to a D minor chord. When we play D minor, first finger goes to the high E on the first fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, and then you could take third or fourth finger and go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord. And then from the D minor, we go to a C major, and then we do our whole strum pattern on the G. So we try our pre-chorus with our strum pattern. We have F, A minor, G, D minor, C, G. Then we'd be going into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the C. We half a C and half a G, half an A minor, half an F, and then half a C, and then half a G, and then we go back to our C for our whole strum pattern. So we have C with a down, 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 up, down, G, down, up, down, A minor, down, up, down, F, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going into our second verse, which is a little variation actually kind of on our first verse. But a lot of times with a song like this too, I like to add some things called bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, up, or the down, up, you can throw in a bass note. So you could have C with a bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up. Or on your whole strum pattern, you might want to just kind of leave out that second bass. So you almost kind of feel it in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the F major, if you're doing the bar F major, you have the low E string for your bass. Low E bass. On the F major 7, you have the D for your bass. Bass. On the G chord, you have the low E string for your bass. On the A minor, you have the A string for your bass. And on the D minor, we have the D string for the bass. So we tried our next verse with kind of a bass, down, up, or bass, up, idea. We have C, F, and then an A minor, G, idea and try it with our next pre-chorus. We have F, A minor, G, D minor, C, G. And then if we tried that through our next chorus, we would have C, G, A minor, F, C, G. And then there's this cool tag on our second chorus where we go back to the A minor, back to the F, back to the C, and back to the G. Last 2 bars, and then from there, we go into kind of an intro return. So we tried that bass idea with our intro. We'd have C, F, C, C with an A bass, G with an A bass, C with an A bass, F with a bass, C with an A bass, C with an A bass, G with an A bass, C with an A bass, and then from there, we'd be going into our next verse. And our next verse actually is kind of like a little variation of our first verse and our second verse, which is kind of cool. So we tried that with our bass idea. We'd have C, F with bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, C with an A bass, F, then A minor, G, C. And then from there, we'd be going back into our pre-chorus part. So we tried that idea with our next pre-chorus. We'd have F, A minor, A bass, G with low E bass, D minor, D bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass. And then from there we'd go into our next chorus, which is actually kind of like our first chorus. So then we got C, G, A minor, F, C, G, C. And then from there, we go into our bridge part. And our bridge starts on our whole pattern on the F. And then we have the A minor and the G, and a D minor and a C, and then we go to a G major chord, but you hear this cool little bass line come out on the G where you hear a low E on the 3rd fret, 1st fret on the low E string, and then open E, and then an open D string. And you could kind of work that around the G chord actually as kind of a bass, down, up idea. And that would be called, well, we can analyze those chords with slash notation. So we got a regular G, but then if we use the low E string for our bass on a G chord, that's called a G slash F sharp. If we use the low E string, that's called a G slash E. And then we kind of be going right back into kind of the G idea at the end. So we'd have our G, G slash F sharp, G slash E, and then the D string bass would be a G slash D. Or if you wanted to, when you hit that E minor, or the E note, you may want to use an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. So on that last part of it, you could, or if you wanted to on that part, then you could kind of follow that with the chords by doing the G major, and then the F major, and then an E minor, and then going to a D minor chord. So it's kind of like the option is yours. So we tried our bridge with our strum pattern. We have the F, minor, G, D minor, C, G, F, E minor, D minor. Or you can work that as that bass idea around the G and have F, A minor, G, D minor, C, G, G slash F, G slash E, G slash B. And then from there, then we go into our last chorus. And then we're back to our C, F, C, G, A minor, F. But then we go back to C, and then a G, A minor, and then an F. Then we got a C, and then a G, and then we got a C. It's kind of a big stop time idea. And then from there, then we go back into our intro for our outro. So we're back to our C, F, C, C, G, C, F, C, C, G, C. But that's the basics of how you can strum through all kinds of kinds by Miranda Lambert. So good luck!